How's it going, guys? Happy Friday and good morning. Super stoked. We are here with Jackie and we are on our student spotlight call for the week. She's got an amazing story to tell. I couldn't be more excited to be here and interviewing her. So, without further ado, let's jump in. Jackie, thank you again for taking the time. I know, you have a long work day and you got up just specifically for this call. So, we will do our best to make it worth your while and keep it short and as entertaining and as fun as possible. But start out, tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do for a living? How you got into real estate? Just give us a little bit of background.
So I work full time as a registered nurse, and
Right.
I choose to work weekend night shifts.
Okay.
So that one I have 12 hours night shifts, and that would then
Wow.
be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So in a week, I have 3 days work only, and then I work as there's a weekend premium for us, so it has higher pay than the usual. So it gives
Yeah.
me, a little bit of payment, and then it gives me more time. So from Monday to Thursday, I'm completely free to focus on the real estate journey. And then
Wow.
having
Okay.
those weekdays, yeah, allows me to make more phone calls, because that is business days. And yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah.
That's awesome. So you had some free time, right? Obviously, because of your work schedule at the end of the week, and the goal was just to, add real estate. So why real estate? Why was that the thing for you? Because you could have really done anything. What really called to you for that?
All right. So when I moved here in the US, that was 3 years ago. I'm a new immigrant here. So I
Wow,
feel
I
like
didn't know it was
everything.
just 3 years ago. That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm a new immigrant. Yeah, everything felt new, especially about the
Sure.
taxes. Yeah,
Yeah.
back home we didn't really have a lot of taxes. So
Okay.
yeah, when I started researching, I found out that owning a home here will really help, and
Yep.
that's why I purchased my first property. Yeah, and then yeah, of course, more than that, I want freedom. Even there was some time that I tried to sell at Amazon to create passive
Yep.
income, but it didn't work. And then
Yeah.
that's when I realized that in those type of this business, when it fails, the money is gone. But with rental properties, even when I have to pay sometimes out of pocket, that money becomes my equity. It's not
Yep.
wasted. Yeah, so that's really it.
I
Real
love that.
estate gave me that one. Yeah,
Yeah, there's so much security in that. And I think that's super important that people really struggle with from an investing standpoint and maybe not grasp is, yeah, sometimes a property might cost you more than what you wanted, right? Maybe the construction runs a little bit over budget or what have you, but if you're going to hold that thing for 10, 15, or 20 years, you're going to
yeah,
recoup it, right? It's not like the
yeah.
stock went to zero and you're never getting that money back, right?
Mhm.
Like it's coming back. It just might take a little bit more time to get it. So I love that. I love that view. And you know, now that you're on this real estate journey and you're experiencing success, like what's the goal? Do you have like a dollar amount in mind? Do you have like a property number in mind? What's the goal here?
Yeah. I think I'd like to have in a year. I feel like have more experience now compared to before. I'm trying to have 2 to 3 properties per year, and then someday I'd
Right.
like to go into commercial buildings. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's just yeah. I feel like it's just one closing cost, and then you have multiple properties already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get a lot more doors for one event, right?
Right. Yeah.
That's awesome. 2 to 3 doors a year. Love that. And based on how we coach and work, like our goal is one property a quarter. So that's right in alignment with what we're shooting for. How much, obviously you were interested in real estate and looking into real estate before you ever, joined Rental Property Pro and became part of the family. How long were you doing research? Were you trying to make offers? What was the lead up? Like how long had you been working to try to jump into real estate before you really joined?
Maybe I would say like a year. I was listening
Okay.
for yeah, because I'm scared. I don't know how things work here. As I said, I'm a new
That's fair.
immigrant here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just um, was listening to podcast bigger pockets before, listening to
Yep.
videos. I mean, watching videos from YouTube, like everything, Facebook, and then I felt like when I had my first property that was in Washington D.C.
Yep.
It was yeah. So it's like I don't know. It's negative cash flow every single month, like negative $100 to $200. And
Yeah.
so I was thinking, how did these people who are doing rental properties get into this game, knowing that it's really negative for me? And
Yeah.
so yeah, when I watched your video, I realized that there are two kinds of market: the cash flow market and the growth market. And that's
Yeah.
when I realized that Washington D.C. is a growth market. But yeah, it's just if I just have to hold the property for longer, then it will appraise really big
Yep.
compared with those cash flow market. Yeah.
I love that a lot. And do you still have the property in Washington, D.C. still?
Yeah, I still have. I was just thinking, as long as someone else is paying for my mortgage, I think the
Yeah.
negative cash flow of 100 to 150 per month, because at the end of the year, the tax benefit is really a lot, and I could just recoup all of those wasted money from negative cash flow every single month.
Yeah, absolutely. And in that market, that property is going to continue to appreciate significantly. So it's a really,
Yeah,
really good growth play. So that makes sense. Awesome.
yeah.
Well, tell us the story about coming to Rental Property Pro, kind of how you got your first property and you went down that path of finding properties that cash flow. Fill us in on what that journey looked like and where you're at right now.
Actually, if I would say my most recent deal right now is in Memphis. That was
Yep.
a turnkey ready by Ashley, and I purchased that property May 15th, so it's just like 2 months from now. And I
Mhm.
got it with zero down payment and zero renovation cost, and I just have to cover the closing cost. And
Yep.
yeah, I'm happy because initially I thought the value is just lower, but then I think last week I reviewed it again with team, and we think that the valuation might go higher, 30 to 40
Nice.
percent. Yeah, more. So I'm excited about that one. But
Awesome. So,
yeah,
oh, go ahead. No worries.
and then we're planning to do Section 8 rentals for that one. I'm already working with refinancing right now. I'm
Nice.
talking to lenders. I'm talking to Robert actually Maklang
Oh, perfect.
about
Yeah.
this one. Yeah, and, no seasoning period, and then yeah, we did a lot of conversation about that one because we're really trying to. He's really helping me a lot to giving me the best choice that I have. And
Good.
yeah,
Good. I love hearing that.
yeah. Um, yeah, but the biggest challenge that I have is my property, my first BRRRR project with that's one is in Maryland. That is my first project when I entered Rental Property Pro, because
Okay.
yeah, the one in Memphis is my second already with
Yeah.
RPP, but that's my third property.
What's
So
the one in Maryland? What part of Maryland is that in?
that's in Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, it was very challenging. Team knows all about that one. And yeah, because that's my first burr, and I think I really don't have enough experience about that
Hmm.
one. So I joined RPP back, I think, last week of June last year,
Yeah, I
2024.
believe so. Yep.
Yeah. And then for months I kept submitting offers, following the training and doing
Yep.
everything I could. But I think like doing during the time, nothing was working. I was getting rejected over and over again. And I feel like
Yep.
in this business, people always ask, how many deals have you done? And at that point, I didn't have any because that's my first project.
First
I was,
project. Yep.
yeah, to be honest, I was discouraged during the time. And then I feel like this is very male dominated industry, not a lot
I
of
don't disagree
female.
with you there. That's true.
Yeah,
Yep.
right. And then sometimes I feel overlooked and underestimated, and then lenders also rejected me, asking for large reserves,
Yep.
and then or low. They want loan minimum like in Maryland, you want at least 200,000 or 150,000
Yeah.
minimum, and then of course I'm looking for cheaper that I can afford during that time. So I don't have a lot of financial reserves, to be honest.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm a new immigrant. I don't have family or relatives here. So, and I even have, when I first came here, I only have $1,000 in my pocket, and I was able
No,
to,
wow.
yeah, multiply that one.
You've done so great. That's amazing. How did you overcome all of that in with the Baltimore project? Like, how did you overcome, this fact of like, people knowing that you haven't done a lot of deals, like the loan amount size, like what got you over that hump?
So after a few months, so Tim introduced me about Jackie, try Kiavi. So I tried Kiavi, and that is only
Perfect.
10% down payment. And that
Yep.
property also we negotiate to, we were able to make it down to, I think the property was original price 140. And then it
Okay.
came to 110, only 110,000. And I have to give $10,000,
The
ten
10
percent
percent
down
down.
payment.
Yep.
Yeah, 10%
Great.
down payment. So I was so glad that team introduced me to Kiavi. And then after that one, uh because do you want me to purchase the property through LLC? And then
Hmm.
also I was introduced with the Nevada corporate headquarters. And then after that one, I'm so glad because when the NCH formed the LLC, they were partner with Bank of America, and then even if I did not apply for a fund, they automatically approved me with $11,000,
Oh,
and that,
wow.
yeah,
That's
and
your
that
down payment.
I have something for my down payment, but that's the one I used for the renovation because I cannot withdraw Kiavi from, when you withdraw funds from Kiavi for renovation, you need to
Yep.
start first from your own money. So
Yeah.
that really helped me a lot. Yeah.
That's
And so,
awesome. Yeah, and that's
yeah,
great. For those of you who are listening, Tim's our head coach here at Rental Property Pro. So Tim
yeah.
got you hooked up with all the right affiliates, NCH, Kiavi, all the banks and lenders and LLC setup companies. So that's amazing, and it all seemed to work out. Now, it sounds like you ran into some roadblocks, right? Some speed bumps along the way with this project. Like, what were you running
Yeah.
into? Like construction speed bumps? Like give us the good, bad, the ugly. What happened?
Yeah, so that one, that I purchased that property in October, and then actually the renovation is not that much. It was finished already, I think, last week of November.
Oh
But
wow,
it
so you guys
was,
done quick.
yeah, but because it was winter time, and I really have problem with the property managers and all
Oh
that.
yeah, it's hard to
Yeah,
get rented in the winter. Yeah.
yeah, it's very hard. And so I even changed property manager, and then back in March, that's when I have a renter for that property. But then in January, I tried to refinance it, but then the valuation came really low.
Oh
It's really
wow.
low. Yeah, it was really low. And then we just told team told me that real estate has more activities during uh
Spring.
spring and summer. And so
Yep.
those comps that we have earlier on are outdated already. So the lenders don't want to use that one anymore because it's past 6 months. And
Yeah.
that's when I learned also that, it's timing is very important with real estate. So
Yep.
we waited for couple of months. It's a good thing that Kiavi, they allow us 1 year compared with
Yeah.
other lenders, which is only 5 or 6 months. So Kiavi, I still have time. And so I waited
Yep.
for that one, and the valuation came up 50,000 higher than the original
Hey,
one. Yeah.
look at that. I love
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
it's really,
it's so cool because you had some speed bumps, right? But there was always a solution, right? Like, oh, the appraisal didn't come back, well, we're gonna wait a little bit, right? Oh, we're not doing really well with this property manager, so we're gonna switch property management, right? It was cool to see that you went through this process and problem solved and ultimately
yeah.
got the end result that you wanted long term. That's huge. That's huge. So you were able to refinance out, and is it stabilized now? Is
Yeah.
everything good? Okay.
Yeah. And I was able to have cash out from that
Oh,
property.
you even got cash out?
Yeah.
Awesome. How much did you get, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah. It's okay. It's supposed to be around $14,000.
Nice.
But then because of the timing of the year in Maryland, their tax is, I think, July and January. And so that
Yeah.
was in May. So the whole 14 months of escrow for the taxes and insurances. So I think that's around 6,000 if I remember, something like that.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
yeah, it's really high. So it just went to the escrow instead of going to my own pocket.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, hey, you didn't have to come out of
Yeah.
pocket any money, which is great.
Yeah, but that's fine. Because it really taught me a lot that timing is very important with real estate.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And it was also cool to hear about the Memphis property too, right? So I'm assuming here, you correct me if I'm wrong, but our team there, they found the property for you, and then they had the lender, so you used their lender to do 100% financing and fund 100% of the renovation. You just had to come up with the down payment, right? That was,
Yeah,
or sorry, the
closing
closing
costs.
costs. Yep.
Yeah, it's only closing cost. It's really yeah, and it didn't really. It's very relaxed to my side. I didn't have stress because when the time I just signed that one, and then send the closing costs, and then not with my first bird that I have to contact some contractors. I have to,
Yep.
do research and then interview them one by one.
I know,
And
right?
yeah, and then with the Memphis project, it was really quick. Also, I think I just because Tim told me already that they don't really do a lot of updates. So I expected that one. So I think
Yeah.
after 1 month, 1 month to 1.5 months, I just followed up with them or what happened already, where are we? And then they
Yeah.
sent me that picture. It's really nice. It's almost done. I even
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, I even share it with Facebook. Yeah, but I was surprised. And then Ashley told me that it will gonna be done in 2 weeks. And
Perfect.
yeah, the lender also contacted me. The hard money loan said that Ashley told him that it's almost done, so I can start on looking for the lenders for refinancing.
That's great. That's great. Yep. And for those of you who are listening that might be wondering what Jack's talking about, we have that done for you deal service. That's kind of everything that she's talking about, where we have teams that find the properties, have the lending in place, do the property management as well as the construction management. So awesome, awesome stuff, Jackie. Now, you know, I'm just blown away because number one, if you were born in this country and knew how real estate worked and had connections here, right? Like what you've done would be impressive enough, right? But moving here 3 years ago, just learning how everything works in the United States and then having the success that you're having with is like just next level. What do you think is the secret sauce for you, right? Is it just like the desire to want to, be successful? Is it just like this never quit attitude? What is it inside of you that makes you want to like have this much success?
I think everyone will agree with me that we all want financial freedom. We don't
That's
want to
fair.
work. Yeah, we don't want to work for the rest of our lives. And so,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's really the one that drives me because sometimes, working nurse is very tiring. The
Yeah.
rest of the world already has holidays. You have Christmas, they have New Year, but we're still working. We don't
Yeah.
have that.
Nurses do
Yeah,
not.
we don't have that
Yeah.
luxury. So I don't want to be like that for the rest of my life.
That's
And
fair.
so that's why, yeah, I really want to work. I really want to be financially free.
I
So I
love
think
that.
that, yeah, I think that's the one. And then, um, I feel like I don't want to be stuck in one place. So I've been a nurse for a very long time already, and I want to feel like I keep on growing every day. I, I don't want to be like comfortable, but it's you're in the same place.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tim told me many times that he's always saying that you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. So even
Yeah.
doing this
Exactly.
for me, this is uncomfortable for me, but I try to do it. Yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, I tell myself that comfort is the most dangerous trap. It feels safe, but it silently holds you back. And then the more
Yeah.
you stay in that zone, the more time and the opportunity you lose, and time doesn't come back. So yeah, I
Yeah.
just do it. I don't want to wait for a moment anymore because it doesn't just come. You have to do your own opportunity. I have
I, I
a project that bird. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
glad that it turned out to be very challenging, because I feel like if it was not challenging enough, then I feel like I'm an investor with just who just get lucky, and it might just make me arrogant without real experience. But with that experience, it didn't just it changed my mindset, my attitude, my patience, everything, and I feel like I can say that I'm experienced investor, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. I mean, that's, that mindset in itself is very clear of why, you are where you are and the success that you had, right? It's like, you know, if you think about, investors or anybody in any profession, right? For someone to sit here and say, I'm glad it was difficult, right? Because like that's
Yeah.
such an amazing mindset because you're taking on something that's worth it. You're taking on something that you're going to learn from, and as you said, you're just gaining experience, right? Because if it's not difficult, then you're not gaining experience, right? You're just
Right, right.
doing the motions, and that's awesome. And I think you said something also like you know comfortability is the most dangerous job, right? Or something like that, right? Like
Trap,
that's
trap, dangerous trap.
trap
Yeah.
most yeah, comfortability is the most dangerous trap, right? And everybody
Mhm.
should live with that, right? When you look
Yeah.
around and you're like, man, I'm just really comfy, you need to take stock in that, right? What are we not achieving? What are we not doing? What are we not striving for? And that's just an awesome mindset. I mean, thank you for sharing that. What would you give if because everyone in the RPP family is like in a different place, right? Some are just making offers, some are in their first project, right? Some are just thinking about joining, right? What for you, if you were to give someone, like give yourself advice maybe 6 months ago, right, on real estate or joining rental property pro or whatever, what would that advice look like? What would you give yourself 6 months ago? What advice would that be?
I This is one advice also that I get from listening to podcasts from your
Yeah.
pockets. Yeah. I'd
Yes.
say that, yeah, your dreams are just behind your fears. So
Oh,
yeah, when I heard that one, it really stuck me because it's really true. Fear
yeah.
will always be there, and when you're starting something new, but you don't need to, feel ready. Just
Yep.
do it. Yeah, just take the first step, and then don't wait until all the answers. Just do it. Scared if you have to, because it's normal, but you learn, you grow, you'll get stronger. And yeah, nothing will happen unless you begin. So I think like I really did that one, that your fear is just behind your dream is just behind your fear. Just do it and you will see your dreams unfolding in front of you. So that's that's for me is very powerful.
I love that. I love that. You and I are very similar in the fact that I have a very similar quote that I live behind, and that is the pain of your current situation has to become greater than the fear of the unknown, right? Because once the
Yeah,
pain of
yeah,
the
I have that
situation you're
also.
in,
Right.
yeah, exactly. I love that. I love that. Well, awesome. Again, Jackie, it's been a pleasure to coach you. I know Tim talks. We do coaching meetings every week with all the coaches just to kind of check in on the students and see how I can help and support everyone. And Tim is always talking about you, always raving
Yeah.
about your
Uh,
attitude and how you're just out there kicking butt and taking names. So thank you for being an
Really?
amazing. Thank you for being an amazing student, and we couldn't be more excited to have you as part of the family and see you succeed. And hopefully, what's the goal? We're going to pick up a few more properties this year. What's the plan?
Yeah. Once I stabilize this Memphis, I'm planning to do another one. And
Good.
then
Okay.
hopefully by the end of the year, hopefully I still have another one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So maybe one or two more for the end of the year. And have
Mm.
we done anything to celebrate all this success? Have we done? Are we planning on anything? What's
Um,
what's the goal here?
I really didn't throw like a big party because I said I don't have family here, but I just
Fair.
do some, some I think my biggest way of celebration is to just purchase another property. Yeah,
Okay.
that's my
I like that.
yeah.
You celebrate every property purchase with another property purchase. That
Yeah.
that's the best way to celebrate. I love
Yeah.
that.
And I also donate to, if you St. Jude Children's Hospital Research. I donate
Oh
to that
wow.
one every single month. Children is
Amazing.
very special to me. Yeah, so I think that's showing gratitude is way of my celebration also.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if you know this or not, but St. Jude's has a huge presence in Memphis, Tennessee. So they have a huge center down there as well too. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I might
Yeah.
visit
Yeah.
that. I'm planning
Yeah.
to go there, team, next week. I
Oh, very
already
cool.
contacted, yeah, Ashley. I told her July 22. I have appointment with her.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Let us know how it goes. Any parting words with, the crew or whoever winds up watching this about Rental Property Pro and your success and anything that you would like to share before we jump off?
Um, Very simple. Just do it.
Ah, I
That's,
love it.
yeah,
I love it.
just do it.
That's why Nike's a $1 billion company, right? Just do it. It makes sense.
Oh,
It
yeah, I
makes
didn't
sense.
realize. Yeah, okay, yeah.
I
All
love
right.
it. Well, Jackilou, it has been an absolute pleasure, not only to be on this call with you, but to coach you. I mean, your story as I said before, your story as, just someone who grew up in the United States would be impressive, right? But what you've done with, just, needing to learn so much in 3 years is just absolutely spectacular. You deserve all the success that comes towards you. You've been an amazing student. I know you've supported a lot of other students inside the program as well. Just thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Great job. And let's buy 100 more and have some fun along the way. Sound good?
Yeah, that's
All
great.
right.
Yep. Thank you,
Awesome.
Jen. Thank
Awesome.
you,
Yeah.
everyone. Yep.
Thank you very much for sharing your story, Jackie. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you.